Welcome to starseedpsychics.com blog and podcast. Thank you for tuning in, and we are glad to have you here and hope that you find our blog very inspiring. We publish every blog written on our website into a podcast from all of our gifted psychics and spiritual advisors right here through the use of Anchor. We are very happy that you have found us and hope that you will return and be a constant listener here on our podcast. Enjoy this next episode.
Did you know that almost everyone has the ability to open their third eye chakra and crown chakra to the point of awakening clairvoyant abilities? Some are born with these abilities awakened, and that is probably due to their soul's status as either a star seed or previous past lives where they had their abilities awakened then. However, most people are born with these abilities suppressed, and unless they come to a point in their lives where they realize that they are asleep, spiritually, and need to awaken, they won't ever awaken. Clairvoyance, clear seeing, is the ability to see clearer than usual. Unfortunately, we live in a world where, on the surface, governments are in charge, and in the shadows, a hidden government is in charge, and one of their purposes is to keep you asleep and keep you from awakening to the truths of who you are and what you could do. Why? It's simple: control. They want total control over everyone and everything. When too many people wake up, they become aware of the hidden agendas in the world, and this messes up the control these governments have. Now, enough of the doom and gloom truth, let's tell you what you can do to awaken your clairvoyant abilities. Number 1, mindfulness meditation. First and foremost, your soul and mind need attention to, just as much as you give the emotional and physical aspects of your body. Problem is that most people fail to take care of the spiritual and mental aspects of the body. Now, if you do not know how to do mindfulness meditation, you can learn to do that here. When I say mindfulness meditation is first and foremost and listed as a way to awaken your clairvoyant abilities, I do not mean do it here and there, whenever you feel like it, or a week and then stop for a month, etc. What I need you to understand is that, unfortunately, the US is one of the only countries that do not include meditation of any type in their everyday lives. Yes, there are many excuses, but those excuses should also clue you into the fact that your life needs editing. So, what I'm talking about here is including mindfulness meditation into your everyday life, for life. 20 minutes a day in meditation should not be an issue for anyone, otherwise, it's just an excuse. Number 2, raise your vibration. So what does this mean? Every living thing in the universe gives off invisible energy. Science has proven this and also proven that it creates a vibration. Other living beings can pick up on this. If the vibration is high enough frequency and your vibration can coincide with other beings' vibrations, giving rise to sayings like, at one with the universe and at one with nature. If your vibration is too low, you will not have clairvoyant abilities, and the spiritual side of you suffers trying to excel but is held back. If you would like to learn to raise your vibration, check this blog out by Starseed Psychics. Number 3, work with your intuition. Trust your intuition, they all say. Intuition is another word for spirit guide or God or whatever else you want to use. When your intuition is bugging, it means the spirit is trying to guide you. This is the basis for all psychic abilities and gives rise to easier abilities such as clairsentience, clear knowing, and clairempathy, clear feeling. When you feel your intuition wanting you to do something, work with that, instead of ignoring it. Know that most people are born with clairempathy and clairsentience as well, but again, it needs fine-tuning. When you get a notification from your intuition, take some time and try and focus your mind on why you feel that way. Try and see a vision in your mind, not with your physical eyes. So, to be clear, I get an intuitive feeling not to drive down a specific road. I can focus my feelings and try and see why it is I should not drive down that road, and eventually, I may get to see a vision of something there I need to avoid. When that starts taking place for you, you are awakening that clairvoyant ability. Number 4, use clairvoyant exercises. When I was in my early 20s, I used to work with someone I lived with on increasing my clairvoyant abilities. This is how we did it. Every time we heard a vehicle drive by our top floor apartment while sitting in silence on our outdoor balcony, eyes closed, I would try and pick up what color the vehicle was by focusing on any feelings I got, and then I would try and make myself visualize that vehicle in that color, and then I would tell my partner my answer. My partner was responsible for confirming I was right or wrong. Repetition is the biggest part when it comes to any exercise. This is a good exercise and can be used on anything from a voice to a random sound. For example, instead of going to search for a sound in the home, just sit and work on creating a visualization first, then go and investigate. Number 5. Practice learning to see auras. The ability to psychically see aura fields or energy fields that surround all living things is clairvoyance. There are many exercises that you can learn which are meant to help you be able to eventually see auras. Practicing seeing aura fields will awaken your clairvoyant abilities. Although you can search online and find many practices for seeing auras, here is my advice as to the exercise. Place your hands together like prayer hands. They can touch, and if they do, focus your eyes at the tips of the fingers. There is a small V shape made by the two longest fingers. In that V area, you will eventually see a color field, that is your aura. If you choose not to touch the hands, you can focus on the very close outline for the hands, held about 10 inches from your eyes, and it is best with a bright white background and in good lighting. The aura field can be seen around your hands. You should be noticing any color that shows up slightly, brightly, or even comes and goes. A routine practice of this exercise can and will develop your clairvoyant abilities in time. In closing, awakening sixth sense abilities take a lot of time. It can take years, and you should never feel as if it is not working or never will, because these things happen slowly. If you are doing all you can, it will happen. Also, understand that we are not in charge of our lives. There is a time when you are meant to awaken, and until that time is here, you will only be preparing, and this should certainly be accepted.
You have been listening to StarseedPsychics.com podcast. We hope that you found our episode inspiring and enlightening. Hope that you will return. If you would like to help us, you can support Starseed Psychics by being a loyal listener and finding the support link here on our podcast. You also can come on over to www.starseedpsychics.com, where you can find links that will allow you to support Starseed Psychics in a number of ways. This has been Master Psychic Spiritwalker, and hope that you return for a next episode of our blog and podcast.